Here's the thing. I became infamous on the internet in 2016 for accidentally beating off on camera. Now, luckily, nothing was shown. There was absolutely nothing exposed to the internet. It was just me doing my O face. I went viral for it. I just want the bust. Oh, man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. Oh my God, look how big he is. Oh my God. Wow. That thing is a monster. I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the Give me the monster. I just want the
vibrant and robust.
Wow. I just want the bust. I just want the Give me the monster. I just want the Wow, it's big.
Where did the load go?
I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the bust. I just want the bust. Oh! Here's the thing. I became infamous on the internet in 2016 for accidentally beating off on camera. Now, luckily, nothing was shown. There was absolutely nothing exposed to the internet. It was just me doing my O face. I went viral for it. I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. Oh my God, look how big he is. Oh my God. Wow. That thing is a monster. I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the Give me the monster. I just want the
vibrant and robust.
Wow. I just want the bust. I just want the Give me the monster. I just want the Wow, it's big.
Where did the load go?
I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the bust. I just want the bust. Oh! Here's the thing. I became infamous on the internet in 2016 for accidentally beating off on camera. Now, luckily, nothing was shown.
Now, DKOldies.
There was absolutely nothing exposed to the internet. It was just me doing my O face. I went viral for it. I just want the bust. Oh man. Bust. Give me the monster. Bust. Wow, it's big. Bust. Oh my God, look how big he is. Oh my God.
Breasts.
Wow. That thing is a monster. I just want the bust. Bust. Give me the monster. Wow, it's big. Bust. I just want the. Give me the monster. I just want the.
Vibrant and robust.
Wow. I just want the bust. I just want the. Give me the monster. I just want the. Wow, it's big.
Where did the load go?
I just want the bust. Oh man.
Hello, everyone.
The monster. Bust.
Hey, you.
Wow.
I'm just gonna let it do its thing. But
I just want the.
I hope you're all doing all right.
I just want the bust.
Oh
I
man.
just want the.
I'm
I
gonna
just want
zoom
the.
in.
I just want.
I don't know
the
how,
bust.
but
Congratulations.
I don't know how, but like my face cam actually zoomed in more. I actually wanted it to be on 2, but or not 2, but 1.5. Please stop. Stop. Oh my god, please stop. Stop trying to autofocus. No, I was zoom out and whatnot. Alright, well. Alright, it's better. I'm like trying to like wait on. There we go. I don't know what like that was so off. Alright. It's fixed now, my face cam.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
So there you go. Alright. We got some videos that we're gonna watch. I will mention it's more DKOldies shit.
Congratulations.
So yeah, we're watching more DKOldies. But something I want to mention first. The Oscars is tonight, like I mentioned. It's even in the title that we are reacting to at 8 o'clock. I'll actually start the stream like 15 or 30 minutes prior, so that way we can just get everybody in. This won't be a very long stream. Like this reaction stream is not going to be very long. So that way we can make way for the Oscar stream later. I actually had started watching RRR yesterday, not yesterday, early this morning. I only have like 15 minutes left of that, or actually no, maybe it'd be 5 minutes. But so far the movie has been absolutely amazing. Well, it has been amazing, and I kind of see why it got snubbed. Like the Academy really disrespecting I guess something like that. Like, wow, can't believe it. Wow, Academy.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Can't make this shit up. The Academy just being the Academy, being absolutely dumb. I love it, man.
I love it.
All right. So yeah, the Oscars is tonight. It's just gonna be mic only. You're gonna be just hearing throughout the entire stream because first and foremost, it's mainly reaction, so I'm not trying to get struck down by DMCA. Hence is why I do without the audio, just my mic. That's it. Even the alerts, like I'll still like I still have like the alerts, I can hear them in my headphones, but you guys won't be able to hear it on the stream. I mean, that's also kind of why I have a Go XLR, just so that way it makes things easier. Ooh. Oh, you don't have to have it. Just saying. But yeah. The DKOldies is getting much worse, as predicted. So we're watching bunch. The first video we're gonna watch before we get to the DKOldies stuff is Jacob's new video that just came out yesterday on a portable Dreamcast from AliExpress for $500. Like, the fuck?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Yeah, no. So yeah, that's gonna be the first one. I'll just switch over to this to see them so I can explain what I'm talking about. That's the first one. Watching, and the second one, which is the DKO situation getting worse. You want to know RGT? You're watching that for a bit, and the last one that we're watching on stream is from Retro Rebound, spending $300 on a console at DKOldies. So yeah, get ready. Let's get ready to be thoroughly tickled, everybody. It's gonna get down. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the display capture on this scene. So I'm gonna move it down a bit because it is not fully encapsulating the video. There we go. I was trying to make sure that the video was fully encapsulating in case we wanted to post to TikTok, my reactions, or YouTube Shorts. Which, speaking of that, I think from now on, I'm going to start posting shorts on the main channel, considering now that we finally have a shorts tab. Like a proper shorts tab. So, yeah, I think I'm going to start seeing more over there. So, yeah. Yeah, so first video, second, third, whatnot. If I happen to find any more DKOldies videos in this search, we'll add it to the watch. I don't think there will be, but hey, at least we're getting into the whole Swag Bay DKOldies Bay saga. We're getting deep into it.
Baba Booey.
All right. Okay, let's I didn't see Fat Steve's PS2 unboxing. All right, maybe we'll add that, even though it's been a month ago. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we can throw in some videos from Rec Wizard if you post anything new. Okay. Nothing new. All right. I'm about to say. I thought there was something new that you could watch from him, but damn. All right. Have you seen this 3DS? No, and I never want to see this 3DS, Joey. I know you're a fucking scumbag. A little bit. But mainly because you're Drew's bitch. That's really why we're going after you, man. Not literally, but mentally speaking. Despite the fact that they're getting all this turmoil, they're literally like 5,000 subs away from hitting the 1 million on YouTube. Wow. I'm telling you, if they focused on their orders and actually paid attention to refurbishing them, it wouldn't be this situation. But here we are. All right, let's just start the portable Dreamcast video before I go on a wild tangent about how I hate the company and whatnot.
I bought a portable Dreamcast from AliExpress for over $500, and in this video, we're going to take an in-depth look at it and see how it works.
I mean, $500 is still pretty jank for the price. I feel like 300 would probably be fine, but 500 is really pushing it. Not just saying. I know I finished my coffee earlier. I don't know if I want to bring anything to drink. I think I'm probably just gonna just keep going as is with the video, and then if I need to take a bit to get something to eat, like snack on while we're watching the videos, so be it. But yeah.
So it came in the classic AliExpress packaging, just a big bag with like a case inside.
Yep.
Slice it open. All right, so inside it is in this little box package thing. This is really large.
Really large and very leathery. I can see right with my eyes.
But I don't really know much about this thing. Like the description was pretty bad. Didn't say anything. All I know is it has real Dreamcast hardware inside of a custom portable console. All right, so opening it up, we got some more of the classic purple or pink bubble wrap, whatever. Got a
That's some really pink bubble wrap. I'm saying right now. Holy crap. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I'm just posting. Wherever else. All right, first mention happy daylight savings. Whatnot.
power supply in here probably. So after about 100 layers of bubble wrap, we're finally down to the console, and ooh, here it is. I am excited to see what this thing looks like. I've purchased tons of portable consoles in my day, but I have not seen this one yet. And that one,
Ooh-wee.
oh, okay. So from the back, it looked really slick, and then I got to the front, and the screen is tiny. What on earth? That is
that is very
a
tiny.
little disappointing, I guess. But like the back, it looks super clean. You got some. Oh, those triggers feel pretty nice too. Got your ventilation here. Then I flip to the front, and I see that screen, man. That's a little questionable. So to be fair, I just looked at the listing, and it did say it was a 3.5-inch screen, which that seems about right. Let me just give you a comparison to my phone and like how much larger a phone screen is. That's an iPhone 13 Pro.
I mean, it's gonna be hard to
double
cramp
the
everything
size.
in the console. So yeah, I feel it makes sense for them to go the 3.5 screen route. Because man, if they didn't, this would be a much harder to build to do, especially for a portable Dreamcast.
It's definitely really small. Now let's go ahead and peel the screen protector off. Oh yeah. But let's go ahead and just do a rundown of this console and see what it looks like. So first of all, you do have your authentic A, B, X, and Y from your
I'm glad
Dreamcast
it's
controller,
authentic.
at least it appears so. We've got our D-pad. Now this control stick right here appears to be from a PS4 controller.
Yeah,
Which
that is
kind of random. I don't know why they wouldn't use a Dreamcast. But
maybe a
Dreamcast analog stick.
Maybe the Dreamcast analog stick broke or something, and it just ran up ideas. So it was like, okay, quick, get a get a dual sense stick quickly. That's how I have to imagine would go down in the fucking break room, man. I swear.
You've got a Dreamcast start button. You've got your Dreamcast logo here, which is kind of bulging up a little bit, a little weird. Got a couple, I guess, speaker holes right there, left and right channel. Then, of course, your 3.5-inch screen right here. Now, on the top, we've got some ventilation. We've got a little rocker right here, which I'm assuming is probably for volume.
Yeah,
We've got our 8.4-volt power supply plug. We've got our spot where you put in the SD card. So what I'm assuming they're doing here is using a GDEMU to run the games.
Imagine.
Just like a rundown, if you don't know what a GDEMU is, it's essentially an assembly that replaces the disk drive in your Sega Dreamcast and runs games off of an SD card. Supposed to be able to run games faster than a disk drive will anyway. You got your left and right triggers there, which actually feel pretty nice. And of course, you got your power switch right there, which I did not mention yet. Now here in the bottom, we got some more ventilation. So I wanted to interject here with a portion I'm filming after I made the rest of the video, but there's a few things I missed that I want to point out here. Now, first of all, this is clearly a 3D print. Like the whole case is 3D printed if you didn't notice.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like that has to be resin, no doubt about it. Like otherwise, otherwise if it was FDM, then I would be seeing some filament that spilled out. And honestly, texture is starting to feel a little more FDM, but yeah, it's either FDM or SLA.
It's got some like ridges and stuff, and it doesn't look bad by any means.
I'd say just
better than a lot of 3D prints I've seen.
I'd say it's probably the SLA,
second,
just from the detail.
It's kind of odd, but a lot of these buttons, like the buttons over here, the start button and the D-pad, are all a little bit dirty. I'm not sure why, but this seems to be a common theme across all of the custom portables I buy from AliExpress. They're all just like have some buttons and stuff that are just a little bit dirty. I don't know why, but
I don't know either.
just a couple things to point out. And yeah, pretty basic. Let's go ahead and turn it on and see if it works. So flip the on switch, and it's booting up. Whoa. There we go. Retro Dream. Okay. All right, I think I just accidentally booted into a game. So let me turn this off and back on one more time. Yeah, I think this changes the volume. It doesn't pop up with anything on the screen. But we got some games here. Let's go ahead and run through them. We got DOA 2, F355 Challenge, Headhunter A, Headhunter B, Resident Evil 2 A and B, Sonic 1 and 2. Let's just go ahead and boot one up. We'll do a classic. We'll go with Sonic here. Sonic 1.
Adventure, yeah.
And yeah, this D-pad is not the best. You can see there it's shaking around a lot.
Oui.
Like it works, but it's just not not the best. Okay, so I kind of gave the D-pad a little too much credit in this video. It's really bad. Like it moves around a whole lot.
Yeah, that's that. I'm like, what is like? Oh, that really is. Like that should not be sliding. The D-pad should just be like stable enough. Like my D-pad on my Splatoon controller is stable enough for that. Like, come on. Come on, man.
Lot. You can actually click down on the D-pad, which makes no sense, and it just doesn't feel nice at all. It's really bad. The buttons in general are pretty bad. The analog stick is bad, but I just wanted to mention that the D-pad especially it's really bad. Now, the first thing I noticed here on the screen is that the image is kind of shifted all the way to the left. A little bit odd. I'm not sure if that's a software thing or something to do with how the screen assembly was installed. A little bit odd, though. And I guess this is the Japanese version of Sonic Adventure because clearly there's Japanese writing on there. Let's just go ahead and boot it up and try to play. So the game's working fine now when I'm playing, but when I was booting it up, it took a long time for it to boot up. And then every once in a while, the cutscenes kind of flash a little bit like they were having issues. Not sure if that's normal with this game or if that's just because of the GDE.
I don't know.
Like I said, I thought GDEMU had faster load times than an actual disc version, but maybe not. And whatever match I'm doing right now is not going well. The console is working though. It does have this. If you like smell the output, and I don't even have to smell it. You can just kind of smell it from a distance. It has this distinct smell from stuff that was manufactured in China. Like at least all these portable consoles I've purchased from them always have this distinct smell.
Oh. Hey, no way, man. That is bad.
I don't know why, but it's just kind of funny. Now, let's go back and we'll try out another game later, but I do want to do some comparisons first. And then, of course, a Dreamcast controller. As you can see, the buttons are the same placement, same color. It does look like they indeed did actually harvest buttons from an actual Dreamcast controller.
Oh, they did.
Either that or they used some really good knockoffs. Actually, they might be knockoffs. They look close, but the dimensions actually look like they might be a little off. So maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Unless the Japanese version of a Dreamcast controller or a Chinese version of the Dreamcast controller has slightly different buttons, these do actually look slightly different than these here. And this is an authentic controller. Yeah. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Now the D-pad,
it also could be possible that the color has weared out over the years. Like, even though I don't think that could be entirely possible, but like if it's had enough time and like enough heat out in the open, it's very possible it could have weared out the color. And that's just like very faded, like you see right here.
Oh, actually, I think the D-pad is different as well. The D-pad looks really similar. Like that one looks really similar to this one. But first of all, it feels pretty bad because it's just kind of loose in there. And I think it actually is a completely different D-pad. Now the start button looks about the same. Actually, I don't know. Start button looks a little bit off there.
Oh, the start button's 3D printed. I see the texture right there on the button. I literally see. Yeah, that was done on an FDM or SLA there. Like, no way. That ain't original. That ain't original by a long shot.
Looks close, but just off. And then of course they used a PS4 analog stick instead of a Dreamcast.
Oh, obviously.
Which, I don't know why. Dreamcast joystick's pretty good. Now the triggers they actually made look really similar. They're clearly a third-party print though, or a 3D print rather than a original analog stick thing.
I wanted to wait.
And honestly, like the Dreamcast controller, the original one is pretty good controller. So a little bit disappointing they didn't use all of the authentic buttons and that sort of thing. But let's also compare.
Yeah, especially if it's the last game console from Sega.
So we got the Dreamcast console, And the Dreamcast console is definitely heavier than this portable, which is a good thing. Probably mostly because of the disc assembly in here. So when you open this up, we've got a game in here, and essentially what this does right here, I mentioned there's a GDEMU, and the GDEMU essentially replaces this whole assembly right here, so you don't have to put a disc in, and because obviously we did not put a disc into this console right here. It's just an SD card that runs the games, and yeah, you can kind of see the sizing difference there. This one's a good bit smaller, but it's honestly not that much smaller. Like it's a pretty big boy. But then when you compare it to a behemoth like this portable PS2 that I got from AliExpress about a year ago, yeah, this thing is really large. The screen, the biggest difference here is the screen is actually reasonable. Like this is a 7-inch screen, very nice for playing. This one's just tiny. Like it's way too small. I actually bought another Sega Dreamcast portable back like I don't know last summer, and that one was pretty good. Like it had a pretty large screen. I ended up selling that one on Whatnot. Unfortunately, I might buy another one because I kind of want one again. But this one, just off the bat, doesn't seem quite as good as that.
The fact that that one includes a VMU, that's pretty cool. Like like you don't even need to plug in the VMU. It's just right there on the console. It just shows you all the things. Like that's good integration for a portable. Like you don't get it with this portable. Like really?
That one. So I wanted to chime in here kind of after playing with this Dreamcast some more, and I want to revise my statement I said where this one's only a little bit worse than the previous Dreamcast. No, that's not correct. The last portable Dreamcast I had was a whole lot better. Like it felt better, it worked better, the screen was better. Overall, it was just a whole lot nicer to play with. I'm not gonna say it's super nice because it is a janky portable console. They all are. But it was much better than this one. This one is like super top level, 100% jank, and it doesn't even have a VMU, which I didn't realize while I was
I just mentioned that. There's like, where's the VMU? That's like one of like for a certain game, that's like very appropriate.
like in this video. Didn't even look for it. Did not see it on the inside either. But there's no VMU in this console, which is pretty lackluster for a Dreamcast portable. Let's go ahead and boot this one back up, and we'll take a look at it some more. So whatever Dreamcast startup it has when it boots up is different than what I'm used to.
Yep. That's like I think that's like the European one, if I'm not mistaken, that booted up. I'm gonna go ahead and we're just gonna look up right now. Okay. European Dreamcast Joe. Actually, maybe it was one of the later ones. Is there timestamps? Okay, so that's actually a dev kit one. So this was technically a dev kit that was used for this. Wow. So that's actually, so yeah. Okay, wrong way up. That's not till later. All right.
I'm not sure where it's from, if it's the Chinese version and the Japanese version, whatever, I don't know.
Yeah, to answer Jacob Bar's question, it's one of the dev kit ones. The North American one is orange, the European one is blue.
Let's go ahead and try. Oh, here's Daytona USA. That's a classic. Something else to note is there seems to be like a little, I don't know if that's burn-in, but like there's a little bit of a ring there in the middle of the screen versus the outside. I'm not sure if you can see that on camera, but just a little bit
real
odd.
Clear.
All right, so it looks like it is still the Japanese or Chinese version, and it does look like it actually has the VMU built in, which is nice. Playing some Daytona USA.
Yeah, but you don't see it right in front.
I never really played it on the Dreamcast, but I played it all the time in arcades, just like an absolute classic. If you guys remember from the 90s and early 2000s, this is probably early 2000s, and such a fun game. And I'd kind of take it back. The screen angles, the viewing angles actually aren't too bad,
but like the whole experience is bad. And the Dreamcast only lasted until 2001 here in the States. And I think everywhere else, I'm just because it was like the Sega's last console, whatnot, before they shifted to third-party development.
They're not the best, but they're not quite as bad as I thought they were. But yeah, my main gripe with this thing is just how small the screen is. Now, to be fair, one thing I didn't mention earlier that's actually pretty cool is the circular design of this console does very well mimic the Dreamcast controller here.
Oh yeah.
So like if you take a look at it, you can see this circular piece that kind of wraps around the entire console is mimicking this.
That
right
sounds
here.
good.
It's a cool looking device. Just, you know, obviously not the most practical thing, but let's go ahead and open this thing up and just see what the inside looks like. We got, I think, 8 screws to open it up. They usually keep these things pretty simple to take apart. So let's go ahead and take it apart and see what it looks like. So I have all the screws out. I did have one casualty. The screw hit the ground and bounced. I don't know where it is, but I'll find it later. Now let's go ahead and see how this opens up. And wow, that is a okay. That is a mess in there. That's definitely the messiest one I've seen from AliExpress. There's not really a good way to open it up. The wires are flailing everywhere. Let me just, I gotta figure out a way to situate this so we can actually look at it. So I think I have this thing kind of situated so you can see it now. Clearly there are a lot of wires in the way of the view, but we have this board over here is for buttons. You can kind of see a bunch of wires going there and just.
Oh man, that's not that's not properly cable tied. Or that isn't even cable tied. That isn't even tied. Better yet. Just so messy. Like I get, you know, like you don't want to tie too much in case like the cable snap, but like at least do some so that way, you know, all the wires are not gonna fling out at you, you know, when you open the system, because not gonna actually it actually could hit you.
Just kind of soldered down, and then a bunch of hot glue. That goes over to another custom board over here.
I don't know, Jeff.
It houses the,
this is bad.
That should be the analog stick and D-pad. Yep. And then I'm not sure what that board is. Probably for power distribution.
Maybe.
We've got our screen back there, which you can kind of see. Yeah, we got our speakers. Right, one there. Again, trying to show you this, but it's a little bit difficult to see with the way they place these things. And then of course, we do have our volume rocker right there, which wires into the speakers. You can see those white wires into the speakers, which is nice. We do have an HDMI input or output on the screen. You probably can't see that, but it's down there. Just gonna have to trust
tucked in though.
And right here, it looks like we have the Sega Dreamcast motherboard, or at least part of it. And then let's see. I think I have a couple screws here I can take apart, and maybe we can go a little bit deeper into this thing. Might not go so well. There's still a bunch of wires down there, kind of strapped, so I can't really take the board out without taking a bunch of wires out. But you can see, I think I see a heat sink there, a few heat sinks, maybe a fan. Is there a fan in there? I can't tell. There's all your batteries. We got
you see them lithium ions.
Little battery pack cells right there. All right, yeah, that piece right there is a fan. And I'll show some pictures on the screen as I'm showing all this stuff, because obviously you can't see it very well. Now, indeed, you do see the Sega logo. It's 1998, so you know that's a Dreamcast board.
Yeah, it's a dev kit board.
Interesting assembly. They clearly make these things so they're not meant to be opened again, which I get. I mean, it's a custom portable console. You can only do so much with it.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, especially but I think you might be able to do a whole lot more with the Dreamcast dev kit, considering this at the boot up sequence we saw was literally from a Dreamcast dev kit, and I'm very sure that considering this was 98, this is the release when the Dreamcast came out in Japan. Like, yeah, it adds up.
But this one is definitely very messy compared to some of the other ones I've seen. So now I got to rate this console, and honestly, I'm going to give this thing a 3 out of 10, because, I mean, it's a cool concept. I think it actually looks cool. Like, I like how it models after the controller. It's got the Dreamcast logo. It works, which is bonus points, because not everything from AliExpress works. But overall, the execution is poor. You know, it's got a small screen. The buttons kind of suck. Got a PS4 joystick. The internals are messy. It's just not the best execution, but at least it does work. But in my eyes, that gives me a 3 out of 10. Now, let me know down below what you guys think about this console. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Pooey. All right. That was a messy Dreamcast. I will say that. Inside that portable. Ooh. Yeah, man. All right. I don't think I have anything else to say about this video. Let's just get right over to the new video from RGT. It came out 2 hours ago. on the situation becoming a lot worse for DKOldies. So yeah, let's begin.
So right now, DKOldies is a very hot topic within the video game sphere. Lots of people are making videos on them. Lots of people are giving their 2 cents.
Oh, look at that! The I spent 300 videos. That's literally what we're watching next.
Lots.
It's right there. The tab's right there. Oh my goodness. He knows we're watching it. Holy shit.
Baba Booey.
I love it.
Videos on them. Lots of people are giving their 2 cents, and it's really something I haven't talked about all that much on the channel. I made a DKOldies related video talking about me selling products to them, not
Like it. The video. Sorry.
buying products from them, and I actually had a pretty decent experience when it came to selling some games. They gave me a fair price, this, that, and the other. But as time has been going on, that was a couple of months ago when I made that video. As time has been going on, there seems to be more and more problems with DKOldies, sort of digging deeper into things. And now we've gotten to a point with them where it's like, you know what, I kind of do have to talk about this, because I feel like they're not learning their lesson. They're not doing things to sort of change. They're sort of going within their own status quo as they're making people angry.
Yeah, and Drew is thoroughly tickled about every single thing that's been happening to them. Like, really.
I am thoroughly tickled.
You are 100% right about that.
Now, if you're not familiar with who DKOldies is, they are a website that has been around for a very long time. And really the initial complaint about them that started a couple of months ago was their pricing. And when you look at things like their pricing, like, yes, it's very expensive. My whole thing when I made my initial video was I don't understand why people would purchase things from them, you know, if they are looking to buy, you know, video games and stuff like that, because their games are usually overpriced. Their systems are usually overpriced. Now, you can't.
I mean, that was the stigma before the whole unboxings came in. I mean, that was like my thing. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is overpriced. I don't think I want to get it now. I'll wait until I get more money. And then once I heard more things about just how absolutely ridiculous the company is, especially when sending consoles, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm not buying a single game from them. At least with Luca Games, I had an actual game that was in mostly good condition come from them. And this is cartridge, by the way. So they're not entirely, you know, Luca Games not entirely bad, but they're definitely close to DKOldies and just how bad they are.
And get a 1-year warranty with your stuff. You can also sell them your video games. Like I said, I did something like that. But generally speaking, like, just looking around their website, everything is very expensive. Everything is, you're paying more than you probably should be paying. You know, with the modern stuff's a little bit better.
Well, of course, because you know, that's stuff that's on sale. They're trying to be like, okay, we'll just justify the slashing of prices, especially when it's new. Like if it's currently selling consoles, fine, yeah. But to upcharge and not actually contribute to the premium is another thing that I have a problem with, and I won't go into a wild tangent on why, because it's really that obvious.
But the retro stuff, which is where they're making their bread and butter. Now, this website has been around for 20 plus years. So when you're looking for things online, you know, when you're looking for retro games online, if you type it into Google or something like that, like, they're going to be one of the first places that ends up popping up because of the fact that they've been around for so long. They are an established website and they are high up in the algorithms and stuff like that. So the main concern with DK, like, look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, but look at that indeed. And you know it's going to be third-party controls that you're going to get, because in the video you can, like, on the site, you can literally see right there. There is no logo on the GameCube logo like my black controller does. Like, you could, like, I'm going face cam for this. I'm going to zoom in. Like, it's a black controller, but at least when I have it wired up, you can see the GameCube logo right there. I'm not hallucinating when I say they're crap. Oh, I didn't realize I dropped my controller. Okay, I got some stuff I need to clean up. Hold on a second. Sorry, don't mind me. I had some alcohol last night that I meant to clean up. So yeah, I will be back, and then we will react to more of this. Oh, wrong screen. Alrighty, let's get back into things with the reactions. Whew. Oh wait.
$364.99 for a GameCube, which we'll talk about in a minute. 2 crusty knockoff controllers, Mario Kart Double Dash and Super Smash Brothers Melee. Are these even complete in box? Like,
No, I don't think so. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have ran an Outbreak. This is why I need that that freaking tool. That'll make the auto ads better. Okay. Whatever that tool is called. I saw it. I signed up for it. For my Twitch account. I'll check my connections first. Because like it's gotta be my connections. Wait, no, Pulse Banner I think is that. Yeah, it's the thing. Ooh. No. Wait, let me see. Restream. I mean, fourth wall. That's definitely gonna be the next one. Oh, I guess I'm stuck. Sorry about that. In case you know, there I had that. Where is it? I saw something. Let's check my twitter.com. I'm just trying to find it because I will have to eventually where is it? I'll just go to I'm gonna check Twitch support for this because I remember seeing something. Where is it? I can't even find it. Wow. Yes. Seem. Now I'm lost. To OBS. What's it called? I saw something. Oh yeah, that's is with Adam, but forgot. I can't see now. I can't get. See, the thing is, I can't get access to Adam because it won't let me. Like, I'm trying to do a free trial so I can be able to get access to that, but I can't even use it because it won't let me. So, yeah. Just like that's just it's pain. This has even been a declined. This hasn't even been declined. I don't understand. Sorry, I'm just gonna hit the BRB screen again. Sorry, I'm just trying to. I can't even see it. Really sorry, chat. Man. And so again, this literally comes down to like they need to add like PayPal to make it a thing. Because I can't do the whole trial because it'll keep saying, "Oh, my card declined." Yeah, can't do it when it won't let me. It's like, what? You kidding me? Is it because I haven't verified my email? Is that why? Let me try that. I have no clue. Hmm. Verify. Okay, it's verified. Sorry. That's why I PayPal's a method, but it won't let me. Therefore, I won't be able to get it. give up. Ain't working.
Oh my God. So the main complaint about this site was that, hey, these things are stupid overpriced. So when, you know, someone who's not familiar with video games is looking to buy something and for whatever reason they don't want to go on eBay, which things are much cheaper on eBay, they'll type in Google, you know, retro video games for sale, DKOldies will pop up, and they'll end up spending an exorbitant amount of money through this website when they could have gotten things for a fraction of a price just by looking around. So it's a kind of a predatory thing. Which I wasn't, you know, like, yes, it is predatory, but at the same time, it's like, if you're buying something, if you're, you know, spending money on something, you should be somewhat informed about what you're buying. You should be somewhat informed about the value of what you're purchasing, because obviously things that are older, you know, it's all based more so on a market value than an arbitrary value. We don't know what the price of this is actually worth until someone is willing to pay something like that. So if some idiot is willing to pay $364 for a GameCube, 2 crusty knockoff controllers, Mario Kart Double Dash and Super Smash Bros. Melee, hopefully in box, because it does not say that they are in box or anything like that, you know, then that's what you're getting. And, you know, if somebody wants to pay $364.99, then people think it's worth that. But that's not the problem with DKOldies, because since then, people have been purchasing things from them, systems, these systems that they sell on their website, and they're learning something. These systems aren't really refurbished. You could see here, going back to our GameCube thing here, this clearly says that this condition is a refurbished console. When you scroll down, you can see all this Nintendo GameCube system and all its accessories are fully clean and refurbished. Our systems are in condition and free from most
Sorry about that.
Cosmetic flaws. They are tested, guaranteed to work, and backed by our 1-year warranty, but that doesn't necessarily seem to be the case with a lot of people. It seems like that's not been going on, and people have been calling out DKOldies for a couple months now. So you would think that they would say, hey, you know what? You know, these videos are definitely popping off online. These videos are getting, you know, tons of views, you know, millions of views cumulative from YouTube channels with millions of views, like Review Tech USA has been covering it a lot, making a bunch of money off of this. Go rich. You know, hey,
go rich.
Bag, but
yes, go rich. Exactly. I'm gonna wear my R2 Pride. Yep. Okay, now I only have like 2 emotes on Twitch, but like, hey, put cucumber in chat. Cool. What up?
You know, he's been covering it a ton. Other YouTubers have been covering it a ton. So many YouTubers starting to buy stuff from them and realizing that this is a problem. But it was a video that happened very recently that came across my subscription feed. That
I'm gonna try to reel the page just to make sure that we are
so right now, DKOldies is a. It seems very recently that came across my subscription feed that was kind of like, you know what? This is the final straw. This is my final straw with DKOldies, because things are getting worse. So the homie Retro Rebound, aka Matty Plays, this is his second channel. He purchased $300 on some old game consoles.
All right, I might just segue into that video, considering we're just talking about the same video. All right, let's just watch.
There's anyone who's qualified on the internet to waste a copious amount of cash on a potential scam in the games industry, it's me. Welcome back to Retro Rebound, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know me, I do many things here, but one of the series we run is called the GameStop Roulette. And it's there I buy a bunch of old games and we laugh about, well, the quality that some of the games come in. It's hilarious. This video is brought to you by Marlo. Hey, are you like me and you had neck problems for a while because of your pillow? Marlo is literally your answer. So this pillow allows you to adjust your firmness depending on how you like to sleep at night, thanks to a little zipper attached to the side of the pillow. Now, this is awesome because if you want to have a firm pillow like me, you'll zip that bad boy up tight. But if you want to have complete plushness, you can unzip both sides. Here's a live example of me using the Marlowe pillow. And just like that, thanks to Marlowe with its cooling infused foam, I get my best naps here at the office.
Cool.
Good night. I said good night. I kid you not. I know this.
Ah, good night. Don't let the couch bugs bite.
This is an ad, but my neck problems went away with this pillow. I was having so many issues for weeks. I could not get the kink out of my neck. I started using this before the ad was going to be recorded, and it fixed it. So click the link down below to get yourself a Marlowe pillow and change the way you sleep like I did. If you're still on the fence, Marlowe is offering a special deal between March 9th and March 20th where they're offering up to 30% off plus an additional 20% when you shop
85,
using
my
link.
God.
So if you want a good pillow, click the link down below and shop with Marlowe. So I've been seeing on the internet, because it's always in my recommended feed, a lot of trash talk about DKOldies. I remember when I got back into restoring my video game collection around 2018, 2019, I came across their website and I laughed at the prices and kind of just moved on. But some content creators have taken the dive and have seen some fascinating results on the systems they've bought. So
I mean, I've also I also saw the prices back in 2018. I laughed as well because I'm like, what? Like these prices are bad. No thanks.
As someone who's a professional at wasting their cash here on this channel, I thought I'd spend $300 on DKOldies and see if I get scammed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what we have in here is a Game Boy Advance and a Nintendo GameCube. Both my orders were cosmetically flawed. I wanted to see just how bad it is, because part of me, I'm like, how are y'all getting that bad a system so consistently? So right here, we have the package from DKOldies. You'll notice the camera's pulled out a lot more.
I think maybe that guy Dustin, whoever does like the cleaning one, I think he might be out. He might be at the company and they're just not even doing the work. Like everyone else, they're just blowing in. That's it.
More in their usual retro rebound videos, because this box is taller than it looks. So let's get to snipping it open and seeing what they sent us. Again, this is a video born sheerly out of morbid curiosity, and I see a lot of y'all enjoying those videos. Shout out to Review Tech USA. I've always liked this channel. I think he's the one who's really put this stuff on the map, and since then a lot.
Yes. So it actually started from like one of his viewers mentioning it. You should try checking out DKOldies and whatnot during one of the streams. And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should try. And the first video titled DKOldies Scammed Me came out. It sent a shockwave to the internet to go ahead and harass, like politely, keep in mind, politely, not harass, but critique their content and their consoles that they sell.
A lot of YouTubers have been checking out what DKOldies is up to, and so I just wanted to get in on the fun. But shout out to Rich. He does great work on his channel, and I'm following in his footsteps here. So let's see what DKOldies has for us. All right, we got
I don't condone harassing
let's
anybody, but like
feel them out. All right, nice and protected, and now all over my office floor. Okay, let's see.
Different.
All right, just so you see, your boy's not lying here. This is my order. I got an AV to HDMI converter because I was curious about that. I got the Indigo player pack for the GameCube, and I got a Game Boy.
Oh, we went like the OG, because Indigo, that's the original color when it launched for the GameCube. When I got my first GameCube, I had the silver one, and then I had the black one. I think. I don't remember it.
Boy Advance SP, as I said, cosmetically flawed here. So we're going to see just how bad, and I have the best chance of really anyone out there to get something pretty bad because they don't know who I am, at least until now. Oh, here we go. This is, I think, new. Thank you for your purchase of an acceptable or cosmetically flawed product. You may be wondering what the difference is between good condition and acceptable / cosmetically flawed. Good condition products are in good used conditions. All games and consoles that are offered are upwards of 45 years old. Therefore, new condition could not be expected. When classifying a good used condition game, we take into consideration the labels and the cartridge condition. Minor cosmetic flaws like scratches, discoloration, chips are common due to the age and nature of the product. Therefore, acceptable and cosmetically flawed products may have chips, scratches, discoloration, sticker marker, inoperable reset buttons, or other issues. They are cleaned, tested, and guaranteed to work. That's been the big talking point here. None of these consoles have apparently been clean, from what these YouTubers are saying.
100%.
Just like our good condition products. However, because of their flaws, they are offered at a discounted price.
Bullshit. That's fake discount. I choked my bowl to say that, but it's true. Fake discount. They aren't really discounting anything. Now, if you were truly discounting, you would actually go with OEM pricing. Put it, like, let's say a GameCube. That, let's say if it launched for like $150, you put it at $50. That's truly what would make it discounted. Not selling a console for like $350 and then you price it for $299 with the fake sale. Like, no.
But still backed by our 1-year free warranty that is void if you decide to open up the console. It says
they just can't make their mind up.
they are a great option for those who aren't collectors and just want to play their favorite games and systems. So we'll see if it's even playable, because that's the real thing I'm curious about here. So let's continue to just
Those packing peanuts,
dump
man.
the protection out and see what we got here in the mix. So first things first, I see at the top here, I see our Game Boy Advance SP. Now, as you saw on my receipt, it was cosmetically flawed. So I'm expecting something pretty dinged up here. I have right next to me here my actual working Game Boy Advance SP. We have a bunch of games here we're going to test them out on, then we'll test them out in comparison to my personal one and just see how it all goes. So let's get to unwrapping here. This one seems to be pretty all right. Let's look here. Scratches on the top, pretty marked up. Dinged here for sure, or that's man juice. I can't really tell. We have the DK.
That is such a RTU reference or something. I don't know.
Oldies warranty sticker. So if I dare to open this, yeah, this is wow. It's got some nasty markings on it, but that's, in fairness, what I paid for here. I'm scared to open this up because that's where I think the real damage is going to be, and surprisingly not. It's a little discolored here. This I paid a lot of money for, so we'll talk about the prices separately. But even for cosmetically flawed, this is a pretty big overpay. The triggers aren't, you can kind of hear it, they're not really clicky compared to like here where they're softer. I don't know if the mic's going to pick it up, but here, very interesting. Let's just see if it even turns on. It does turn on, okay. That's a good sign, at least.
It turns on.
It's on low battery, though, right away. So we'll test out that with the game.
But charge it first.
What I'm really curious about, I had a good feeling about the Game Boy Advance. I'm like, that is a pretty sturdy handheld. That's really hard to mess up. I'm very curious about the condition of this GameCube and if it works. I wanted to get one cartridge-based product and one disc-based product.
I mean, it makes sense to go GameCube and Game Boy Advance because of the link cable thing, you know. You link your GBA to your GameCube to get some additional functionality of GameCube games or whatnot. You can like trade Pokemon between systems or some shit with a Game Boy Advance, with a Game Boy Player. Sorry, I almost said Advanced Player, but Game Boy Player. But that's not what he got for the video. We're just gonna just take it at the grain of salt that he got it because he wanted to do the Game Boy and GameCube pairing.
So let's just get to emptying this all out here. We got all the wires here. This is actually an official
Standard.
Nintendo product. Okay, that's good.
All right, standard ODM.
I saw some
That's
people
fine.
getting some third-party stuff.
I'm waiting to see
I'm
that
very
third-party
excited to see
controller.
no, there's the controller, and
OEM?
okay.
It's not OEM?
That's going to be an interesting one. I can already tell. Okay, we got the power pack here. This is also official Nintendo product. What else do we got in here?
Oh, God, I see old school. I saw an old school. I see that little marker right there. Fuck old school. They're a terrible company. Oh, no. This is going to introduce noise right off the bat.
All right, looks like this is our GameCube. I probably should... Oh, God, I think I can see right through the top here. It looks really discolored.
Oh. I have a GameCube. I have one. I need to switch to the scene. I need to switch scenes for this. I have a GameCube, but you know what? It's not discolored. How can you discolor a GameCube? This is the one that I've had for like I know it has some scratches and whatnot. It's been kind of abused, but at least the front is not discolored. How I've been able to manage to not get this color this long. I've had this for like 12 years. This has been like, I've actually owned this GameCube for 12 years. I haven't used it since like since 2019, but I've had it for this long, so like, come on. You gotta be kidding me.
But that could just be the bubble wrap. We'll see.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this back where I had it. That was a 101 mile, by the way. Oh man, I hope there's a mod where you can just where you can force digital AV as a solution. You know, just go through HDMI. I hope there's a mod for that for the GameCube, in case I ever want to like use the Game Boy player and play off of the GameCube. But I don't see that ever being an option. At least right now.
And then we got HD.
I mean, I can look up right now just to see if that somehow is an option. You know, to use the to modify GC. I'm just gonna go check retro RGB. Might be, I don't know, but let's just look. Retro RGB, console info, GameCube, because the 101 model does not have a digital AV out. GameCube output options. Cause I already know they had like there was the Eon MK2. Let me see, GC 101 RGB mod. I feel like there has to be one. Digital port mods. I didn't know there was digital conversion kits for the 101. That's cool. Because the 01 model has like no because the 01 model has the digital AV out, where it's the 101 where it's completely removed. But anyways, that old school cable, like that old school adapter, no. Like, no.
You blew it. You blew it. You blew it. You blew it. You blew it.
I'm repeating the you blew it's just for that because they fucked up. As always.
HDMI, it's just a standard HDMI for the old school AV to HD converter. I've actually used the old school product before, and so in fairness, this isn't really a bad one to get. I have right here, my friends at Eon had actually stopped.
Oh yeah,
me
I was
at the
mentioning
Long
that.
Island Gaming Expo, and so they gave me this one specifically for the GameCube, which can actually upscale your imagery.
Well, that's the thing. If the Indigo one is the 01 model, then that will work.
Compared to this one, which just makes it work. So we'll also test that out. But I wanted to see what they sent with us in terms of third party. That was an extra 25 bucks though. And otherwise, the box is empty. So that's what we got. Let's take a look at the controller first and foremost. We have here from my actual collection a
Wavebird,
as you'll see here. Focus things you'll see here. We got the.
I remember having a third party Wavebird knockoff from Mad Catz. I wanted the original Wavebird. But like I didn't know it was a thing, so like I was a kid. But now I know that was a thing, it's like, oh shit, I actually wanted that, but you can't go very far, which is the point. So you gotta be up close to the console, not directly. I blew it.
You blew it.
I blew it.
A nice Wavebird. We can zoom in now that the box is out of the way. So this is a nice high quality controller, definitely the one that's most sought after because of its wireless capabilities. Meanwhile, let's see what DKOldies sent us for a controller. Mind you,
that's definitely gotta be third party.
GameCube was like 170 something bucks, and it's an old school one.
Oh no! Oh no! Get that old school crap out of here! No, that's horrible. You know what? I think I have an Indigo controller in me. Never mind, it's a mess in my drawer. I actually have a real. Oh, I have a real one right there. That's OEM of the Indigo controller. That is like, no. No. Oh, this is gonna be so bad. I'm gonna wrap this up. And put it in my drawer. Just so that way I don't ruin the cable even further. And oh shit, my freaking headphones got caught up. Damn wire. Ugh. I have to unwrap it again. My headphone wire, that is. It got wrapped up. Hi. Done. Done. OEM. Of course, I already mentioned I have the black one that came with my black GameCube that I used for runs and whatnot. But oh god, this is gonna be horrible.
It's not. Yeah, the thumbsticks are a little tight, but it is pretty clean, pretty responsive. I do have a second third-party controller at home.
That's
so,
shocking.
Again, I don't have really much of an issue with old school. So
really, you don't? That's like, I do at least. Like, no, like get those adapters away. Nope.
Things are pretty responsive here.
That's shocking for an old school GameCube controller. For it to be completely responsive there.
Compared to, yeah, this has gotten some use. So overall,
well, that's because yeah, it has gotten some use. So the buttons are gonna wear down over the time, but yours hasn't. Cool. Oh, you heard the GameCube controller move on the camera. Open the background.
Not bad. Not bad, actually. So that's to me cool. Like good. This
actually
this is what
cool.
We want to see improvement based off what others have purchased in the last month. This is a step forward. Very.
Oh no. Oh shit! There was an ad break. I brought up the whole ad break thing and not wasted all time. All right. We'll let the ad break go first, and then we'll resume afterward. Oh my god. This is what I get from like looking up shit. Just for looking at retro RGB shit and not even realizing the ad break started. Well, at least you have another hour. That's all I can say. At least you got another hour. Because now the thing hasn't been set. So yeah, I'll just let it be. We'll do another one. Sorry, chat. Okay. I have 35 minutes. Oh, never mind. Yeah, fuck the manager, man. I'm gonna check my affiliate settings really quick, and then we'll start the video again. Well, not from the beginning, but right where we are. Yeah, add space every hour. I don't know, man. I might just do another one because I gotta use the bathroom. So, yeah. BRB. Okay. Let's switch back. Oh, again, I did not play.
Very curious about the console though, because that can turn this whole video south. So let's move some stuff to the side here. All right. Let's see here. Oh, this is in really rough shape, man.
Oh no. That is really in rough shape. No, get that out of my sight. Ain't no way. Ain't no freaking way.
This, oh my God, the top of this is a completely different color. Okay, I'm actually happy that I purchased this one because the top is totally different compared to another Indigo GameCube. Okay, side by side, my GameCube, DKOldies. Mine's gonna be a little taller. I have the Game Boy player on the bottom, but there's two ways to see just how discolored this is. First and foremost, we're gonna pop open the disc tray for each, and you'll see a hint of the
Game Boy player
here.
I just mentioned
and you'll
that.
actually
That's
see
so funny.
the Indigo here as well, what the color is supposed to be, and you can actually see now
It's so bad.
alongside here.
It's so bad. The discoloration, man. Like that yellow yellowing of the player port, of the controller ports. That was not a good sign, and just the fact that it just led to this. Ain't no way. Order. This is an absolutely horrendous console right here that shouldn't have been discolored.
Just how discolored and faded it is. I'm imagining this console was sitting in the sun for some time, but this is a completely different color now. And it's actually not just the top, but if 100%. You look at the front part here, the discoloration is insane, man. This is completely yellowed over.
Oh.
This is perfectly fine and
oh God, no. Oh yeah, like I mentioned, it's bad. Like I know the memory card ports are fine, but that that controller port is so horrendous.
White. You know, the thing here that I find interesting is I paid $170 for that crummy Game Boy Advance. I paid $130 for this here, and it's interesting because this is considered acceptable.
That's not even acceptable.
But the Game Boy Advance was considered cosmetically flawed, and both are equally awful in my eyes, and both I paid a premium for.
Yeah.
Now, the more important thing, of course, is going to be, does the game system run? And we'll test that.
I see it's
shortly,
been sanded.
But of course, I got to take a look at the inside here of like the slots and see if they even took a Q-tip to this thing. And
no.
Right now it looks clean, but just based off what's here, like you can even see smudges all over. I kind of hit the lighting right. You can see they didn't even take like a wet washcloth to this, quite frankly. The fan though on the inside looks all right. That's good. The back ports from my eye.
I'm still not confident for the inside of this. The inside of this console is going to be disgusting, and I know it.
Look pretty clean. I should make it clear I'm not a tech guru, so that's why I'm hoping I don't have to break these things open because I'm not trying to shoot above my pay grade, if you will, here. And then, yeah, this side also, we don't see any real dust caught in.
You can literally just send this to Jacob Barr and see how bad the inside is if you have to. Just to go one step further to prove the point that DKOldies is a scam.
Any of the vents, which is a good sign. And a better sign is that this actually opens just fine. It's not super clicky, but the real test is going to be how does it run games if it looks like it's been baking in the sun for years and it's smudged up. So this, to me, doesn't scream refurbished, and I was wondering where the sticker was. Here it is. I'm curious also the ports here on the bottom. This is how you hook up the Game Boy player.
Yep.
And overall, those look okay as well. So it's really just coming down to the nastiness of the price and if these work. And if they work,
yeah, this is a Japan
thoughts. We also have the high-speed port here, and this looks fine too. So let's go ahead and hook these up now and test both the Game Boy Advance and the GameCube and see just how bad things get. All right, now we're going to try out the Game Boy Advance. What we have here is, this is the DKOldies one. This is mine. We're maybe not even going to need this one if the DKOldies version actually works. I recognize something, though, when I was getting ready to set up and record this, is if you look very closely, let's get the focus on it just right.
Okay.
It's probably hard to see, but I'll just point out that inside both ports here, as well as the cartridge slot, there is some dirt, some leftover gunk that all you needed to do was take a Q-tip to. It's going to be hard for the camera to pick up, especially since the console and the ports are so small.
I can see a little bit.
All they had to do here was take a Q-tip to this. I've done it before with my own game.
Yeah, just get some isopropyl alcohol into it, apply like a tiny bit of it, and then just lightly rub the insides so that way, it actually, looks presentable, like those ports.
Game Boy Advance SP, and it's as good as new, and they didn't even do that. So keep in mind, even if I'm paying for cosmetically flawed, they claimed on that piece of paper it's refurbished, it's clean, it's tested, and this was definitely not clean. This was pulled out of a box, no doubt about it. But I guess if it works, people,
I mean, you're not wrong. It was pulled out of like so many boxes. Like they have boxes and boxes and boxes of consoles at their store laying down, not even being touched.
People won't care. It's just that you could probably get something better for way cheaper elsewhere.
Yes,
some
like
folks
eBay.
will say, well, that's your own fault for not knowing, but I think DKOldies has some accountability, no doubt. Like they charge extremely high prices for very low value goods, quite frankly. So let's see if this even works. What we're pulling from here in my personal collection is Dragon Ball Z Boo's Fury, absolutely fantastic action RPG. We also have Mega Man Battle Network. I picked both these games specifically because I've played them here on the channel. You've seen them running here on the channel before DKOldies was even a thing, so they work on my hardware before any of this. I also showed it off on the Analog Pocket, so it's important to
I know you had an Analog Pocket. That's pretty cool.
These are games I've played in the past. They already work, so if they don't work on this system, it is the system, not the games, which are from my collection and in mint condition. So let's get started here. Let's
or as mint condition as possible.
Open, and we're going to begin with Boo's Fury. So let's go ahead, throw that into the cartridge slot. All right, here.
I have also forgotten to mention that the GBA is backwards compatible with GBC and regular GB games. So, yeah.
Here we go. Let's see. And just based off the fact that we're seeing this here, the Nintendo logo, is always a good sign that the game runs. We're just going to make sure it fires up and can actually load my save. But right now, music is playing. It's jamming. I'm going to turn it down a little bit in case the mic picks it up. But fire game, by the way. Just want to throw it out there. But there we have it, Boo's Fury. And it looks like with single player. There's my save. And it loads no problem. Look at that. Look at that. Boo's Fury running fine on the DKOldies Game Boy Advance.
Wow.
Backlight screen leaves a lot to be desired, so I got to play it on this angle so the lighting doesn't kill y'all.
Yeah. At least there's a backlight,
But that looks good. So let's go ahead and break out our other test, which is going to be Battle Network. You may be wondering what this Game Boy Color game is. We're also going to give Pokemon Gold a shot just to make sure, because this one was laying around in my drawer. So I figured, well, if we have any type of game that we want to see does or doesn't work, we may as well use an old one too. So
true, especially considering it's backwards compatible.
Let's put this one in and see what happens. And boom, there we go. Okay, so we're actually looking pretty good on the Game Boy Advance. It looks like they're delivering right now, and at least it's working. We can load my New Game Plus.
I'm working, but just not.
And the game is working just fine, which is what you want to see if you pay as much as I had to for this stuff. But okay, excellent. So that's 2 games down, 2 for 2. We may not even have to break out my own because, as we'll see here, it's loading up pretty instantaneously.
Yep.
And look at that. Game Boy Color works as well. It should, but given that there was dirt in the cartridge slot, I guess it was worth making sure. But I haven't even had to do like a little blowing into the cartridge to make sure things work. But yeah, we can see here, all good to go. I mean, this is definitely a little bit of a surprising twist if you've watched a lot of DKOldies content like I have.
This definitely is.
Yeah, Game Boy Advance doesn't look great, but it works just fine.
And just for clarity's sake, I tested the charger here that they provided me, and you'll see it is, in fact, charging the Game Boy Advance SP. So
that's shocking. It does work and is not in horrendous condition. Like, but it's still, a clear definition that this was not refurbished. 100%. Okay, I want to see if we can finish up on this video. So, yeah.
Everything with this package, while it doesn't look great, does work.
All right, we're all set up right now. We got the DKOldies GameCube hooked up. Our first test is going to be Pokemon Coliseum. Again, we're gonna have the same energy
that's the one you can trade in.
We're gonna have with the Game Boy Advance test, which
I hope he has the link cable, man.
Played on my channel, tested before. They've worked on my personal GameCube. You can verify it with older videos, and we're gonna see if it works on their system. So let's crack this open, and we're gonna pop open the top here. We're gonna put the disc in, and let's see if the system even starts.
That's a Nyko memory card.
So here we go. All right.
Oh, that's the same.
It's playing. So there we go. There's that. Let's see.
Okay, I think maybe I do have the old one.
Oh no!
Oh no! That's not even acceptable condition. That is literally cosmetically flawed. The definition, when the disc can't even be read. So they got off easy on the GBA, but they could not with the GameCube. Oh, that's a congratulate. That's just the congratulations song right there. You played yourselves.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Congratulations. 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 Congratulations.
Try to relax your anus.
Congratulations.
All right.
Oh, no way! Oh my god! Wow, it's not a lie. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. Wow.
We weren't lying when we said it. We weren't lying. Retro Rebound.
Get out of here. Okay, hold on. I gotta show you all the bottom of the disc so you know this is a mint condition copy. Okay, let's real time here. No lies, real time here.
No scratches.
Pull this out. You can see for yourself. Does this look like a game that shouldn't run? It's not absolutely spotless, but this
no ring
run.
around the game to prevent it.
So that's test number 1 for the old DKOldies machine. Oh my god, I can't believe it didn't work. Okay, we're gonna try our next game now and see if we can even get past it. Next game is gonna be Luigi's Mansion.
The launch title.
This in October. I did my full playthrough for the video on my GameCube. This has to work. There's no doubt in my mind about this.
I think I have the launch edition.
That worked totally fine for me before all this. So here we go. Game number 2 goes to Luigi's Mansion.
Let's see. Can we see the launch title actually working, please?
So as you'll see on the bottom, this one, it has a couple of minor scratches for sure. But
as
again,
long as it
I just did a
fine.
full playthrough with this, so it proved no issue for me and my personal collection. So let's go ahead.
Minor scratches should be all right.
Snap it in. Let's get it all hooked up for the presentation here.
And let's see
turn it on once more.
If we have another one.
Let's see what happens. Here we go. Let's see if,
two for two.
Maddie can play a video
2 for
game
2.
here.
2 for 2. 2 for 2.
All right.
2 for 2. 2 for 2. 2 for 2. 2 for 2.
Disc. And I think we got something. Hold on.
Pause.
It's taking a while.
Pause.
I hear it spinning. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so
we're having an Xbox twist right now where it didn't work the first time and it now works. What the fuck?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
First of all, how the fuck do you even get a GameCube that half works, half doesn't? We had this with Rich's Xbox, and now this is happening to Retro Rebound with his GameCube. Oh, this is why I'm so glad I'm streaming this, because I probably will upload this section of the stream to my main channel, because oh man.
Huh. All right, that's going to be an interesting test when we hook up the other GameCube, because Luigi's Mansion does work. And you'll see my file here. I believe this is from my New Game Plus. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's your New Game Plus file.
Let's see. It looks like it's working.
Oh, you should have
also
done Hidden
HDMI
Mansion.
converter hooked up here they gave me. You'll see that in the backdrop, all those wires hanging. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion does work on the DKOldies console. Okay, so we'll see if that's an L for Pokemon Coliseum or an L for me in a moment. But let's try now.
Last game
number 3.
The last game,
which is gonna be
Sonic Adventure DX
Director's Cut. We just did a huge Sonic retrospective that was almost an hour long. We did a dedicated Sonic Adventure DX video as well. The week that Sonic Frontiers
I love
came
Sonic games,
out.
but man,
this is
the
another
classic
one I feel pretty confident has to work. But we'll see if it can read the disc. Now, keep in mind, it took a while for it to read Luigi's Mansion. That did not happen with my original GameCube, so there's still something slow here with the system. But game number 3, let's see, third time's the charm for DKOldies.
Now, can we say 2 for 2?
This sucker in, and here we go.
2-1, 2-1. Pause. 2-1.
Let's see if it let's see if it works.
Not
here.
working.
Will it read the disc? That's the question.
I'm gonna go 2-1.
Let's see if it does this spinning sound. Oh, that one was instantaneous.
1 and 2.
That one was instantaneous, and I think we're good to go. Okay,
Pause.
so what's up with Pokemon Coliseum?
1 to
I'm gonna
2.
try that one more time on the DKOldies machine, but it looks like Sonic Adventure is
That's
working.
1 to 2 with working.
Console doesn't sound like it's working too hard, which is good. Hear a couple like flicks when it's spinning the disc. Oh yeah, I love this game so much. Yeah, all right, we're looking good, I think. I don't know, like I'm getting trust issues here. The first one didn't work. I'm like, how do the next 2 work? All right, we are playing and fighting chaos right now, and we're looking okay as it stands. Yeah, everything's working. The controller, by the way, feels fine. For a third-party controller, I think you could do much worse in my experience. Old school to me isn't that bad, but yeah, we're working fine. We went through a bunch of cutscenes before this, so right now it's 2 for 3, but we're gonna break out my GameCube now, and we're gonna see if
Coliseum works.
Pokemon Coliseum, there's just something wrong with the disc. That would be super disappointing. That's an extremely expensive video
that really
game,
would be.
Which I did test before and it worked no problem. So
otherwise,
we're
you'd
about
say
to find out
if it isn't clean, and
is
you
it
clean your
Pokemon
disc, man.
Coliseum?
Let's
is
see
it
what happens.
DKOldies, or is it me? Is there something wrong with me? Well, let's go find out and hook it up. Now that everything worked, though, like I said, I want to do one more test for Pokemon Coliseum. I'm going to look at the bottom here. Just this thing is spotless. So maybe it was just getting some of the dust off here, but let's try just one last time here
on the
to
GameCube.
See if it is the GameCube or not, but then we'll bring in mine. I'm just curious if it doesn't read it again, because that would be okay.
Wow.
Okay, it read it this time. So we might have like a spotty winner here. This is one of the weirdest testings I've ever gone through for an old system.
What?
But yeah, it looks like Pokemon Coliseum works now. So I don't know if there's much reason for me to test out my personal setup. If all 3 games work now, it's just to
but this
mix
is still
results,
spotty.
if
It's
you
not
will.
gonna always be guaranteed.
Yeah, here we are.
Just because we had it at like
menu,
2 games
no
of work, and then
file,
the
makes
final
sense.
test of Coliseum
And,
finally working. It's not gonna guarantee.
Yep, look at that. You can just do a battle real
That's
quick.
gonna be spotless.
All right, I mean, here we are in a fight, and everything is working fine. I can just speak from my personal perspective. I know it might look a little different on your end, but this HDMI converter is actually quite good. It's definitely on par with what Eon's offering, which is a good sign, because Eon, I like them, but they're very pricey. But this is a really easy setup. You do need to have a USB slot for your TV to power it.
At least
but
you
if
don't have to
have
with
that,
the.
then you can play your current games.
At least with the Eon 64, at least you don't have to because it's already.
This doesn't come with a
Power
memory
your
card,
system?
which I find really weird for the player pack. But yeah, especially the price you're paying, really strange. But yeah, it looks like Coliseum works. So, all right, we're just gonna try out Pokemon Coliseum real quick just to see. Of course, I gotta take out the Game Boy player disc. Just to see what's going on here with my personal GameCube, and just to make sure, like, sound-wise, performance-wise, that I'm not missing anything at all, just for being thorough sake. So let's turn this on, and let's see how everything runs on my personal hardware. Imagine it doesn't work. Just like the one time it doesn't work here. But overall, yep, starts up right away, no problems. Okay, so the only difference I'm personally noticing here, and I'm glad I did test it because I was about to skip it because I thought, well, it works, so why not? I'm glad I tested it because the fans on the DKOldies system are way louder.
Oh.
Way louder is something I've recognized here. Fortunately, the game works. That would be a horrible sign if it didn't. But it looks like something's kind of off with the DKOldies system. It's a little bit louder. It doesn't look nearly as clean. It's super
No, it's
discolored.
really discolored.
Some games load a little strangely, and of course we had that near miss with the Pokemon Coliseum copy. But right now, looks like my stuff is totally fine, which is great. As expected, I use this frequently for Retro Rebound, so I expected nothing less. But just wanted to make sure I tested it. I'm glad I did because the sound is the biggest difference, no doubt about it.
Yeah.
Tremendous sound difference. Way quieter here on mine. Was it distractingly loud for DKOldies? No, but definitely a significant difference that you should be aware of if you're going to pay a premium price for that. All right, so we tested it all. Let's head back to the table and discuss now in a final verdict as my mic slides out of place. Okay, so that's all the testing. The verdict, right? $300 for a very discolored GameCube. You could tell the sun was coming in on this side here because this is the side in particular. That
maybe Drew like left it out in the sun and he didn't even realize that it was out there until like it was too late, and that's why it's discolored like this. Because man, he really screwed up here.
It's faded. The top, of course, is faded, but meanwhile, this side isn't as bad. But this was considered acceptable, and it cost me $130-ish. Meanwhile, we have this very damaged Game Boy Advance, which I did know going into it. It was labeled as cosmetically flawed. This was $170. That's a lot of money for two systems, and especially with the GameCube, to some mixed results. And that was considered the acceptable one that I paid more for.
Yeah.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, let it be known I have no issue if a retro games outlet wants to be the carrier of premium goods. Like when you buy a game from them, you know it's going to be a beautiful complete in-box copy, or you know you're not going to have any issues with the hardware, that there's been a higher level of effort. But to me, when this is considered acceptable, there's a problem. With the prices they already have, that's a problem. Like I was already going to go in on the prices whether or not these systems work, because what they charge, even if they were in actual solid condition, is ridiculous.
Yep.
Especially when you're getting with add-ons like the HDMI adapter I got, which is great, was an additional $25. That's insane, especially when it doesn't come with a memory card. There's just so many leaps in logic,
so many red
as
flags,
to justifying their prices. And you think if you're paying a premium, I see their shorts all the time, and they're like, oh, we're throwing this game for you. Thanks for shopping.
There's Tribewolf's video. Oh, man. The man who decided to get Majora's Mask before getting Majora's Mask anyway for DKOldies is a freebie after the unboxing. Oh, and then, of course, spilled the beans on DKOldies even more. Did a post, I think, if I last remembered.
With us, not me. I spent $300 and I got nothing. Like if I'm gonna pay a premium and you guys are getting that much cash out of me, there should be something tossed in there. But in the terms of the hardware here, I'm not gonna act like a tech guru, but yeah, something was up with the GameCube. It was louder. It's discolored. It didn't load a game the first time around. It did afterwards, but it was still skippy at times, particularly with loading Luigi's Mansion. To me, I didn't get my money's worth. And especially when you're charging $170 for a Game Boy Advance SP, do not do that ever. You can get these for dirt cheap. In fact, I've done it before, and again, I'm not a tech guru. I've bought Game Boy Advances I've shown you. I've cracked open the motherboard. I've put it in a different shell. It takes about an hour of your time, and it's like half the price of what this is. And
yeah, exactly. You know what? I'm just going to go eBay to prove the point that, again, I swear, I'm trying not to make this the last time. I know this is not going to be the last time I'm going to do this, but let's just go ahead. Let's go ahead and prove the point. We're going to go ahead. A GB, like I mentioned, let's say the GBA SP in working condition. This is the last time I'm going to mention. Like I already mentioned it once with the GBA. You can find this pre-owned without any bids. Or actually, no, with bids. Well, pre-owned with bids. That's 48. But like here. This one tested works. The Cobalt Blue console. $89.99. He mentioned it was $180 for this SP. This is a better option. And on top of that, like I mentioned, when I was talking about this, the money back guarantee. If a seller, if the item you're looking for has this on their page, that's on the page, you are guaranteed that money back in case you don't get the system. And especially if the system ends up in a more horrendous condition, you have that option. And of course, like I mentioned, always check the seller feedback. If the feedback, like this one has 100% feedback, but I'd still check the reviews. Look at the feedback right there. Like, okay, that seems to be like it's made by a kid, but look at the feedback when you can. Like, not only meant to install, dress, and describe it in excellent condition. Like that. Yeah, exactly. All right. Wild tangent aside, let's finish the video.
And it looks way better, and you get a better screen out of it if you want to install a new one there. And those go for now, if you wanted to sell it afterwards, $200, so you could just flip them easily. Just the fact that this is what they sell, and if they wanted to charge that much, like for $30 more, I could have got a new backlit screen, LCD, none of these damages, none of these scratches, with like a custom shell that wasn't sold before. I imagine I'm preaching to the choir. Most of you already knew this place is a scam. It clearly is. Take it from someone who's been scammed by GameStop many a times. I know one when I see one, and yeah, this is just too fishy for me.
I mean, I haven't been scammed by GameStop yet, but I feel like if I do end up doing a refurbished console from them, I might be. So, yeah.
So we'll see if we circle back around. It, of course, depends on the reception to this video, how it does, because it's really expensive to do a "so I tried this" from GameStop style approach, because at least with GameStop, I get a lot of games. With this, like a GameStop haul video is maybe a console or two from DKOldies. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought of this video. Definitely one of our bigger projects here on the channel, so I appreciate your support. Thanks for tuning in. And with that, take great care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next Retro Rebound. Peace out.
All right, thank you, Retro Rebound, for that video. Hoo-wee. I don't have enough time to do another video because I actually am going to be helping out, do some decorating and whatnot, some pearl bead making. So as much as I want to continue the stream and finish the rest of RGT's video, since it's like 5 more minutes, I don't think I will be doing that because I promised them. So we're going to end it right here. Thank you all for tuning in for the about to be 2 hours that the stream was going on for. If you want to follow the stream, you can click that follow button to get notified as well. You can join the Exclamation Point Discord to keep up to date when I go live on Twitch and whatnot. You can also follow me on the socials, Exclamation Point socials, like Twitter, the YouTube, the Instagram if you want to see some pics. If I occasionally I post on Instagram, I don't post on it that often, and of course the TikTok. Yeah, and like I also mentioned, the VODs channel, which also serves as my secondary stream over on YouTube, whatnot. So yeah, I will be back tonight to do my Oscar reactions, considering that it's now like less than 4 hours remaining till the Oscars begins. So I will set it up in I will start the stream in 3 hours. So 3 hours I will go live, and we will do a bit of discussion before the Oscars begins, and then we will watch. So yeah, like I said, that is it for me, and I will see you all later tonight. Take care, everyone.